Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the roast time, of course, Sugar Chris. And I ain't got nobody with me yet. uh, where everyone is, I don't know. Sim, he's probably still sleeping. You know how he is. He'll be slowly creeping his way in. He might show up like in a half an hour or something. Who knows? Our guest, I talked to him at like 9:45. I told him it'd be around 11:10 a.m. Eastern. I haven't seen nothing from him, but wait. I heard the beep. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? I hope can anybody hear me? I hope I'm coming through.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, my headphones took forever to link to my laptop.
Oh, okay. No worries, no worries. I just went ahead and got us going live already since I'm getting tired of everybody fussing at me for being late. I said, all right, I'm just going to go live anyway.
Hold on here.
We got our chat host, Mr. Soul on, who says, welcome to the morning roast, where Smokes the Fox returns. And even if you didn't miss it the first time, you can now gear up with figures, keychains, and stuff. Howdy, Chris and chat. Hello, Soul.
What's up, Soul?
We got Power Rider popping in saying Justin was in the closet with his sock.
It's a long story.
Well, I'm curious to hear it since he's calling you the sock stuffer on Twitter.
We do the show The Man Cave on Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, and there was a joke that well, you know Ray Haylock?
Yeah.
Familiar with Ray? Well, he used to come on our show, and he had his closet door kind of open in the background, and I said something like, "There's probably a cuck in that closet" or something, and then it turned into like me being a cuck in the closet, and then like all these sock jokes coming out later on. I don't know. It's a whole ordeal.
Already learned more than I ever wanted to. Great.
Yeah.
All right. We got Hojo with us. Says Jesus, sugar will let anyone on. Oh, well, I mean, most people, yeah. Let's see. We've got Soul saying sugar. I would have picked up a new crowdfunder from the post office today after work, but I kind of knew you'd put something up last minute. Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah. What was that one? The last time I tuned into the man cave, I think they were saying that you had a tumor on your head, and that's why you was wearing the hat.
They had some poll going where you had to guess what's underneath my hat, if I was bald, if I had a tattoo, if I had a boil.
They like giving
Oh,
you a hard time.
yeah. Got to have thick skin in this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, we got McGee. Hey, McGee. And we got Kate in Orlando. Says, good morning, Justin and Chris. Good morning, Kate.
Hey, Kate. Well, it's like afternoon for the East Coast, isn't it? Man.
It's 11 a.m. here. Let's see. Putting the link. Thank you, Soul. We got Mrs. Good Stuff. Aloha.
It's G.
Let me get down through here. Make sure. Miss Good says, Justin loves the secret polls.
Yes, what they do is we simulcast on Good Stuff's channel, and they do this poll that's usually about me, and I don't know what it is. They reveal it later on during the show. Like what's underneath my hat or whatever the poll is.
Yeah, I try to tune in, but a lot of times I'm usually asleep when y'all are doing the man cave, I think.
Yeah, same thing with you. I'm asleep when you're doing this show because it's early over here.
Good Stuff says he has girthy skin.
Very girthy.
All right. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Oh my! But today we are here to talk about. Let me bring it up. The action figures we got going on. So you're down to your last 4 days. But I'm glad to see.
It's my first 30 days, so I'm probably
Ah,
gonna
no,
renew that clock. Um, this figure was something I wanted to include in the first campaign. It's always something I wanted to do, but just never happened in time. So I was developing it later on, and all this stuff is all the stuff that I wanted included in the first campaign, but never got a chance to. So this is like it's like kind of a fun campaign with some extra merchandise,
okay.
just to raise some money for the next issue of
Yeah,
Smokes.
yeah. So, folks, if you back the first campaign, you can get like this is like you can complete your bundle here by getting all this stuff.
Yeah, if you back the digital campaign in my first campaign, you actually get the upgrade. So I sent you an email with all the with the bundle files. It has 6 PDFs.
Now,
So I
can you?
hooked everybody up with the bundle for free if you already backed the digital tier. And if you haven't backed it all and you want to get caught up, digital tier has everything I've ever put out. So it's 6 PDFs, black and white editions, standard editions, artist edition. So if you
Now,
want everything they ever put out, it's all in one place.
now with the oh, can people get the physical comic in this campaign?
Not in this campaign, but I have it on Fund My Comic.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. So they can go to Find My Comic and get the book there, and then come
Yeah,
here and get all the goodies.
yeah. I got a link somewhere on this campaign that leads you back to Fund My Comic if you want to pick up a physical copy.
Oh, is it this here?
And those are running low actually on the standard copies.
Oh, yeah, it is. There we go.
Yeah.
Look at that. $10,209.
Well, that's everything together. That's like including my Kickstarters, my Indiegogo, my Fund My Comic.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that can be like your web store essentially there. Let's see, go back. All right.
Yeah, we just funded the other day Keshi Dreams. Basically, the figures are already made. Well, a first batch of them, not every color, but the gray ones and the green ones. And I just need money for printing more of them.
Yeah. So these figures, they're not going to be like you're not going to be able to like they don't have articulation or
No articulation, but the fist has a hole, kind of like the Lego guy or a
okay.
GI Joe character has, and then you can stick the RPG or the bazooka and interchange the weapons out on his hand.
Okay. How's this getting made? Is it getting like 3D printed?
Yes, 3D printed resin 4K printer locally here in Colorado.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, we got Hen popping in. Hey,
Hey,
Hen.
Hen. Yeah, they're 2 inches the same size as the Muscle Men. Remember those little figures?
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember those.
Yeah,
I had a few of those back in the day. Those little fellas.
that's the semi-transparent green, translucent green.
Oh, okay.
That's the most popular one right now.
Really? Hmm. We have a variety of colors you can get here.
Oh, there's the green one and then the gray one. I think you can see more of the detail with the gray one. And you could also, if you like to paint a minifigure, some guys out there like to paint them, hand paint them. That'd
Mhm.
be the one you'd want. And then I have a 4-inch blue, translucent blue figure.
Ah, bigger boy.
Yeah, if you want a 4-incher.
Uh, Pale Rider, he knows all about those 4 inchers.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see.
He's always in the man cave. He knows about my socks. Yeah, I didn't even know I was going to come on the show today. I was just happened to be up early when you messaged me. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm up. I might as well do a show.
Yeah,
My wife.
I seen your message, and I looked, and I seen 4 days to go, and I was like, oh shit, I better try to reach out to him and get him on this morning because I'm not going to be able to do a show on Saturday, and he's only got 4 days, so I need to try to get him on sometime.
Oh, this is the first 30, so I'm just taking it easy. I've been promoting it here and there, but I'm being shadow banned on fucking Twitter for some reason.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah, it's weird. It just started happening a couple days ago. My posts aren't being able to be seen by some people. It's really strange.
Gosh, I wish Twitter would shadow ban some of these other things that shows up all over my For You page. All those dang gimmick accounts and stuff.
Yes, Hen Smokes has a hole.
The last poll was,
you can stick things.
Belmont be named for Halloween? Pineapple Lecter.
Yeah, so the next episode I have to name myself Pineapple Lecter.
Let's see. The question today is, will Chris go into an in-depth explanation of gay bathhouse etiquette? No, I don't. Good Lord, Power. I don't know bathhouse etiquette.
And Smokes isn't a furry. You find out in issue 2 what he is. And he is not a furry.
You might know about that gay etiquette, Pale Riders. It's apparently you've been in the man cave. Apparently, you've been in Belmont's man cave, maybe. Let's see. If you follow Justin close enough, you'll get a contact button.
That's a true statement.
Justin,
in fact, that's what I'm doing right now.
No offense, but the figure looks like it's holding a spray can and not a bazooka. It's an original pose, though. Says
spray can.
A spray can, he says.
How's it look like a spray can?
And from the side, that's clearly looks like an RPG there.
Oh, there's a little video. You can see the different different angles.
Yeah, let me.
Right there, you can see that little video.
Start with the top one here. This is the trailer.
All right.
Since I ain't played the trailer yet. Last second. That poor guy looked like he was coming down pretty hard when he was staring in the mirror like that.
That was my take on Demon in a Bottle. Are you familiar with that cover?
Oh yeah, the Iron Man one.
Yeah, Bob Layton did the inks on my first issue of my cover.
Oh, nice.
And I, wanted to do something. So that was like my favorite Bob Layton cover, the most iconic cover, the Demon in a Bottle. So I came up one night with Demon in a Bong and drew like a quick sketch, and then I had my artist draw that pinup.
Yeah, I liked. I met him once. He was very nice.
Yes, he's very professional, very nice guy. I've known him for a few years. Commissioned him a bunch of times, and I asked him. I said, would you do something, for my project, for my first comic I'm putting out? And he said, okay, something small. And that's all he said. And then months later, I came back and I had this Don Perlin cover, penciled, and I asked him if he would ink it. And he said, sure. Hey, Sim.
Good morning.
I'm glad you're here today, Sim.
Oh, thank you.
No monster to this time.
Hey, what time is it in Canada?
11:29 a.m.
Man,
And
it's only
yeah,
9 here.
I missed the last show because the other day I was burnt. I decided to take a monster and I couldn't sleep the rest of the goddamn night. And I just fell asleep right before the goddamn stream, waiting for the link. That's the irony of it. I sent Chris, do I have a stream today? And right before he answered me, I fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So
I fell asleep before an auction. That pissed me off the most. About to bid on this Cyberfrog page, actually. It was going for $125, and I was like, "Holy shit!" This is before like the pages started going for like 1,000 or more.
mhm.
And I fell asleep like right before it went. I was waiting for hours for it to go, sitting there just waiting, and then like 5 minutes before the auction, I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, it was like 20 minutes past the auction already ended.
Mhm.
But yeah, that happens, man.
It's pretty much what happened. Like, send a message. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for the answer, and then for some reason I fell asleep. Like I just crashed, and I woke up. I woke up right after the stream, like 2:30 or something. Got pissed, and I was Irene on. Friend of mine. God damn it, missed it. Sorry. Send him a message.
Yeah,
But I'm here, Belmont.
I always got to watch the rerun because I usually don't get up in time. I'm not a very early riser.
Yeah, I'm the type of guy that works till 3 or 5 in the morning, so it happens.
Mrs. Gus says he only gets up to a 4-incher, but that's the one you want. Don't go for the 2-incher. You'll regret those missing 2 inches. Good to know.
That's what she said.
Let's see. Let me scroll
And hello,
down.
chat.
Mrs. G is right. Says good stuff. Go for the 4-incher. That extra 2 inches is where it's at.
Yeah, if you really want to feel it, you want to go for the 4-inch.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me scroll
Oh,
down.
it would seem you already played the trailer, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, I made that trailer. It's like the second trailer I've ever made. Not the best at video editing, but I tried. And I made that little video right there. You can see the different angles of the weapons, whatever. I don't know how it looks like a spray can. I think it's like a Lego bazooka or something.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't see the spray can either. I don't see it.
Oh, that's the RPG right there. He's talking about the bazooka, I think.
And funny, Soul says, if you want to be awake, baby, there's a price to pay. Sim has a genie in the bong and went sleeping right away.
I don't see the bazooka.
No one there.
You gotta scroll up. Right there.
Oh,
But that's the only one angle. If you go down to that video, it says take a closer look. You can play it and it'll show the other bazooka, other angles.
Oh, I see full screen.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the RPG.
So what's the difference between the RPG and a rocket launcher?
They're just different weapons. And there's also a third one, but I'm not able to put it out because Indiegogo and Kickstarter, they have rules against paraphernalia. But I had a little Keith scoop that I wanted to have him hold that I had made, but I can't really release it.
Yeah, gotta be careful over there on Kickstarter. They're a stickler for their rules.
Yes, and then I'll get banned from the site, so I can't.
But you can put tits, but not. There's some weird stuff that I've seen on campaigns on Kickstarter, and they're so fussy with other things. Like it's
they all use
that I thought
strike.
was funny was Indiegogo was giving us strikes, right, or warning because of nudity or partial violence or something. But they had a dildo freaking thing campaign. They're like
A dildo?
Yeah, there was a dildo campaign.
I think you could do dildos. You just can't have bongs and rolling papers and any paraphernalia
But
like
how
a
can
grinder or anything
how
like
can you
that.
have a campaign with a dildo and you're not allowed to show a comic book page with tits? It doesn't make sense.
Well, the processor is Stripe behind Indiegogo and Kickstarter and even Fund My Comics. So I think it has something to do with the processor.
Let's see. We got Good Stuff's asking, are you auctioning your used closet sock, Justin?
No, I usually throw those away. You don't want those.
You're leaving money on the table, apparently.
No one's ever showed any interest in my socks before.
Apparently, Good Stuff has some interest.
Oh, maybe some people will be interested in those crunchy socks.
Good Stuff says
See,
he quote tweeted
DNA preserving.
post not available.
Yeah, because they're fucking with me on Twitter. I'm being shadow banned on YouTube as well. I have 270 videos on my YouTube channel, and I get 0 views for all of them except the new ones when I go live, when I get my live viewers.
Huh.
After that, maybe one the next day I'll get some more, and after that I'll never get a view again on any of my stuff. It's just like shadow ban. You can't find it, and no one watches it. Probably because I did like 50 episodes of marijuana content.
Maybe.
Talked about Biden maybe a little bit here and there, and then did a lot of shows like.
Oh, you pissed off a few people and they went to flag you on the wrong thing.
Well, conspiracy shows probably really did me in. I did a lot of shows like We Didn't Land on the Moon and stuff like that, Area 51, and, all kinds of giants, stuff like that. Just.
Are you into the flat Earth thing?
No, I'm not into the flat Earth. We didn't do an episode on that one, but it doesn't mean we're really into it. Just covering these issues, covering these topics that the government doesn't want. I probably got flagged by like some government agency for those episodes. Who knows?
You're on the
But I'm being shadow banned everywhere for whatever reason.
Yeah. So this was something I see here, but Soul bringing up was the mini comic. He says, I like the mini comic idea. I've once bought one of those on eBay, a fake penthouse zine with the Baroness from G.I. Joe on the cover. Fantastic Four's thing is now reading it on my figure shelf.
Yeah, this is like a prop. It's I think it's 1 inch tall. It's double-sided, so it's just a cover. And it's so it doesn't open or anything like that. It's just a little
okay. Yeah,
a little prop, I guess you can call it, like a dollhouse-sized prop.
That's interesting.
So that's $2 as an add-on if you want that.
In case you have a daughter who likes to play with dolls, here's some decoration for the dollhouse.
Well, I was trying to think of
Barbie
needs
to read comics as well.
Well, since the figures are 2 inches, the box is only 3.5 inches for those. So I'm trying to figure out what would fit in that box. So I was coming up with items like the poker chip, this mini comic. All this stuff fits in these little 3.5 inch square boxes. But that 4 inch won't fit in the box, so I had to get a tin.
4 inches won't fit.
Won't fit.
Hojo says Belmont is a stoner, not retarded, Sim. No flat earth contact.
4 inches.
No, just asking, because it is one thing that could get you.
No, my brother is a flat earther, unfortunately.
Oh, boy.
And you can't argue with him either. But, if I bring back the show, I might do the flat earth. Doesn't mean that I believe in it.
Did you ever think of buying him a telescope?
He said that the moon was a sticker or something. I don't remember. I was high.
And what about the other planets?
I don't know. They don't exist, I guess. But anything you give him, he always has an answer back that he's right. So I don't argue with people that are always right, no matter who it is. It's just a waste of time.
There's an old saying: you don't argue with stupid.
Right. So
he's already right in his mind. You know what I mean? There's no arguing with him, so I just don't even try.
No, because they're just gonna double down.
But I looked into it. The government lies to us about everything else. What the fuck? Who knows? You know what I mean? So I looked into it, but I didn't see anything there or a reason why they would lie about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the moon landing. That people are like, there's fake footage. Of course, there's fake footage. Doesn't mean that we didn't go.
We got
Justin is trying to stuff his sock again. What's she talking about?
so you heard it, folks. His 4 inches will not fit in your box. Let's see. Hen says, I have been up all night making stuff. 27 key rings and 3 pins down. 5 key rings, 3 pins, and 20 necklaces to go. Geez, who, Hen?
Oh, she makes
Wow.
that stuff for Etsy?
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was up yesterday 3D printing stuff.
Yeah, I guess these figures take about 8 hours for the 2-inch version to print.
Really? 2 how many hours?
8 hours.
8
hours. Supposedly, but this new printer has a 4K printer. I don't know if he's faster or what. I'm not really too familiar with the printers. Yeah, so all these items fit in these boxes. That's why I try to include all these small things, these small pieces of merchandise. And it's all stuff that I wanted to include in the first campaign and just never got around to it or whatever.
And these boxes, are they like little tin boxes, or are they like jewelry boxes?
That's like kind of like a jewelry box. I got this guy on Etsy to print them up. So I have 100 of those made.
Looks in cardboard.
And then the other ones are tins, and then they have the Belmont Press magnet on them. So you could take that magnet off the tin and put it on your refrigerator, or just leave it on the box or whatever.
Okay.
So you got a tin one as well?
Yeah, tins for the 4-incher.
Okay, so 4 inch, you get the nice tin box, and then if you get the 2 inches, you get this little collector's box here. Gotcha.
Yeah, I already got them. See?
Oh, full screen that. Yeah, look at that. That turns out nice. Little magnet there. You can peel off and slap on the fridge. Oh,
okay. My camera always goes out of focus when I put something close to it for some reason. I don't know why, but
I know mine does the same thing. But never understood why it does that.
What's this last stream you talked ad nauseum about bathhouses? I did not. I had to explain to her your shenanigans, Pale Rider. So, singing something to Sim. Oh, that's If You Want to Be My Lover. Yeah. I get what he's doing there.
I haven't seen Soul Ion in a while.
He is our chat host.
He's our co-host in the chat.
Keeps people in line. He's Mr. Sheriff.
The moment Sim returns from his temporary coma, Chris doesn't get a word in again. Stand up for yourself, Red Dress.
What are you talking about? I've been saying stuff.
I know.
This stream is off the socks.
He's just trying to start some shit.
Just that stuff is soft again.
Glass of plastic.
They still do that? Rock stars, they throw like a sock in there?
I don't know. Belmont is a stoner, not retarded, Sim. No flat earth content.
I believe in a lot of conspiracy theories, and that's one of them that I don't. And I got the digital bundle for $12 if you don't have it. But if you buy a figure, you can get that for $8 as an add-on.
Hey, what's up, DJD? Long time no see, bro.
DJD, hit that like button. That's right, everybody.
Nice to see you.
Help us out. Yeah, so you get Smokes the Fox #1, Weaponized Werewolf #0, line art editions, and bonus content. Oh, pencils only version of Smokes. Yeah, so you're getting a lot of
PDF set.
Yeah, nice little digital option there. Okay. Oh, these figures, are these international?
No, they're only Canada and U.S. Shipping would cost more than the figures, so I didn't want to do that. But
yeah, I'd like to know where you got those tins.
Got the what?
The tin boxes.
Oh, on Amazon.
Oh, yeah? You got a good price for the tin? That's cool. I'll check.
They're not cheap, but
because I was looking like for a while back. I was looking to get a wooden box.
Yeah, I've seen the wooden boxes. Those are very expensive.
Like I wanted to have one of those classic wooden boxes, and I check into the tin one because I wanted to have a box for a gun. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
so I could have like the Nat's gun, and then you can have like bullets and stuff like that. Like the idea was, and the price was pretty steep, but the idea of having like a $10 for a figurine, I like the idea.
Let's see. Sam, DJD is not a rare guest, but you are.
Man, fuck you.
Got him.
DJD is not here that often.
He's here all the time.
He's just roasting me because I missed a show or two.
Yeah. Sloppy.
What? I got busy. I had to replace my colors by myself, and I got a lot of shit to do.
That's the Perlin Layton cover.
Nice. Look at that.
I was a big fan of the early Valiant stuff. Barry Windsor Smith, Bob Layton. I just thought that stuff was, just great indie stuff. You know what I mean? Image Comics had the good art, but didn't have any story. But Valiant had a good mix of both, where you can get a good story and great art.
Yeah, I liked early Valiant. I enjoyed it.
I like both. I preferred Image, to be quite honest, back then. But when they came back in 2012, was it? 2016? 2012, I think it was. When they relaunched everything at Valiant. Dude, that was the shit. Like, I don't know.
I got excited about it, but I didn't like how they changed the characters' costumes, a lot of them. I thought it was a downgrade, like Shadow Man. I didn't think the new design was better.
No. Shadow Man was no, but me, it was more of the Bloodshot, Exo Manowar. I love what they did with Archer and Armstrong.
Yes, I loved Archer and Armstrong.
They turned it into a Terrence Hill, Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill type of comic, and I love the hell out of it.
I think they're gonna make a movie for Archer and Armstrong.
Oh, they should. Like, seriously, like it's every time I read those comics, it reminded me of Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill. Do you know those movies?
Later, Kate.
Kate is heading out.
You've never seen those old movies, like a big bearded guy that just slaps everybody around with the little blonde guy? Always starts the shit.
No.
They're old movies, okay. Maybe they're too.
I watch Three Stooges once in a while. That shit's still funny. You ever watch those?
Oh yeah.
No, I never really watched the Three Stooges, to be quite honest.
You have to, man. Like around New Year's Eve or something, they'll have it like on TBS or something. They'll do like a marathon or something like that. You gotta watch some of them. This shit is still funny.
Yeah, I've watched all of the Three Stooges. I watched it. I used to watch them every day on AMC back in the day and stuff. Loved them.
Yeah, was it on AMC? I thought it was TBS. Whatever. One of them around New Year's, they'll play like 24 hours of Stooges. You got to catch that.
Drop the vernacular. Vernacular. This is a doiby.
Certainly. This is the Gerhard cover. If you're familiar with Cerebus, Dave Sim. Later on, he brought Gerhard, who did the backgrounds and some of the covers. I think the colors as well. Just a brilliant artist. I always liked his work, especially his cross hatching. He has this tiny little fine lines that he uses when he cross hatches.
Yeah, see the background there with the owl.
Yeah,
it looks interesting.
Those are all nocturnal animals from Colorado. He did this other piece where he's from Canada. He did this other piece where it had like a Wolverine first appearance kind of, but it was a little bit different. And in the background, there was all the animals from Canada. Mm-hmm. It was a daytime scene. So I took that idea and I changed it to night creatures for Colorado. And I told him to throw as many as he could in the background. So you got the black bear back there, and you got the horned owl, and a bunch of fucking birds and some bats and shit. All those are nocturnal animals that we found on the internet that are in Colorado. So that's going to be a wraparound cover, just but we went with just a single cover instead.
Oh,
you got
Chris, can you share my screen for a sec?
Gosh dang it!
Okay, so you guys don't know these guys?
What?
These are Bud
No.
Spencer and Terrence Hill. Those are the inspiration for Archer and Armstrong.
It does look like Archer and Armstrong.
Yeah, they are the inspiration for the comic book originally, and it's movies that I used to watch when I was a kid, and they're, they have the exact same chemistry in every movie. He's the one that looks for trouble, and he's the one that can't get beat up and slaps everybody and beats.
Well, that explains it. It's stuff you watched when you were a kid. I don't watch silent films.
I don't remember this shit. I remember like Ernest Goes to Camp.
It's not as old as the Three Stooges.
I know, but I don't know. I watched like Ernest Goes to Camp.
Hey,
a bunch of
trying to tell me that that's too old for us to watch it, but you're talking about the Three Stooges.
God. Ernest was great. I loved Ernest.
Yeah,
I'll still watch Ernest.
Ernest Goes to Jail. That was a good one.
The Genoine's like, but yeah, those movies are classic. Yeah, they're freaking awesome. If you've never watched them, go check them out.
Yeah, I'll get high and I'll watch Bud and Terrence.
Dude, you'll have fun. It's slapstick. It's really it's very fun to watch.
Sim technical question: Vin Diesel doing Bloodshot. Can you call that whiteface?
Not really. If it was The Rock, yes, because Vin Diesel ain't part black.
See, that was very bad timing for the Bloodshot movie. It came out. The release date was like days within COVID. So it affected the sales really, really bad. So the
Did
movie
you watch
didn't. Yeah, I've seen it, but not at the theater. I saw it later on, like on Showtime or something.
I did not like it.
Nobody went to go see it at the theater because of COVID. It killed the movie, and that kind of like killed any future Valiant movies, I believe, too. Because of that, it hurt them financially. But I thought the movie was all right. I didn't hate it.
I didn't like it.
I didn't love it.
I didn't like it. I didn't like what they did with the soldiers because it made no sense. Like, especially if you know the comic book, the fact that they're all handicapped and the way they made it was freaking stupid. And the fact that they didn't make him all white as soon as he turns bloodshot. I thought that was stupid.
Bob Layton actually submitted a couple scripts for the movie, and I think they rejected them and went with whatever they had for the movie.
It felt like it felt like like it was another Fast and Furious, like movie wise, like the way that it was made. I don't know. I just didn't like the entire army thing. Like,
yeah, they didn't go with Bob's script, but they brought Bob Layton along for like I don't know, to ask him questions and stuff. So he was on set, I believe. He was in the jungle with him. He even got sick, where he had to go to the hospital because he got some infection from the jungle. God fucking knows what you can get. You go into the jungle, all kinds of shit you can catch, malaria or whatever. But yeah, he was like deathly ill after visiting the jungle because he was on the set for that movie. I thought it was all right. They're probably going to do a sequel.
I
don't know.
I don't think there's going to be a sequel, to be quite honest. No. To be quite honest, I would like to. Hopefully they can up it. But like I said, like what I didn't like is the spin they did with the entire team there, the amputee type of thing, the handicap ones. I thought that was a bit too much because come on, it's like watching Wanted. If you read the comic book Wanted, you know that everybody had their own powers. It's not everybody that could bend bullets. Get my drift? That's how it felt to me when I watched the movie, when they go, everybody's handicapped, so that one didn't have a leg, that one was blind, and you're like, but that's not the project they were on. That makes sense?
Yeah, they never follow exactly how the book goes. They always fucking go off in their own direction, and Hollywood wants you to see or whatever.
And the fact that he's not white with the fucking red dot on his chest. It's like, what the fuck? They just made it, they just made it one shot when at the end when everything goes to shit there and he goes full max and you see him for a fraction of a second white with a red glow. But other than that, and it didn't feel like Bloodshot, to be quite honest. That's all.
Yeah, for me it was like it didn't look like it was a bad movie. It's just for me, when I first seen it, I was like, oh, Bloodshot? I was hoping like their first movie would be like Exo Man of War.
Yeah, that's what I want, Exo Man of War.
Yeah, or or if not that, then maybe Turok. I was like, man, a Turok movie.
Turok's not Valiant anymore. It's been sold a long time ago. It's owned by Acclaim. They were supposed to bring it back, but they couldn't. That's why they created a new Savage in 2012. It got sold to Acclaim, and they never got the rights back.
What about Solar? Same thing.
Oh, yeah,
They say
Man
the
of
same for
Battle.
Solar, yeah.
Solar would be cool.
It's the same thing for Solar, and it was the same thing with Shadow Man, but they got the rights back at the end. It was also owned by Acclaim.
What didn't they sell to Acclaim?
Dude, that's the thing is after the first run, the one that he was talking about, the one with Barry Windsor Smith shut it down in the 90s, they sold. The thing is, they were having trouble. They licensed some of their IPs for video games and stuff like that, but then they went bankrupt, and the games they kept the IP. And
Yeah,
Solar
originally
used to be owned by
Valiant was
somebody
doing-
else. Yeah.
Originally, Valiant was doing video game stuff for
Acclaim.
Nintendo. For Nintendo, actually, we did like Mario Brothers and stuff like that. Then they started doing their own comics. Then they bought the rights to Solar and Turok.
Yep.
Yeah, I
and
actually
Stone.
I have some of
And
the.
what was it? The Robot Fighter? What was it? The name of the
Yeah,
game?
Magnus Robot
Magnus,
Fighter. They're
yeah.
all like Gold Key, Dell, I believe.
Well, that's how
Gold
they
Key.
started. Then they created Exo, Bloodshot, Ninjak. Ninjak was pretty good too.
Yeah. You have Ray or Rye.
Yeah, right.
Rye
Yeah,
and the
that's
Future Force.
insane.
Yeah, Rye was a great book. Joe St. Pierre did the early pencils for that comic.
Well, like I said,
Dave
the
Lapman.
new versions were insane.
Yeah, I liked all the designs of the old Valiant characters. Then when they brought them back in 2012, they redesigned every run for some reason, and a lot of them I didn't like any of them. I didn't like the fact they gave Exo Man of War a sword. I didn't like that at
love
all. I didn't, and I didn't like what they did to their armor, to his armor either. I thought the '90s like Joe Quesada, Bart Sears style was the best, and if it wasn't broke, don't fix it.
They stayed similar a bit to those, to be quite honest. But I get your point.
The Shadow Man was really bad. I mean, I didn't like that at all. What they did with him.
I did like the fact that they tried to steer away from the Iron Man-ish Exo Man of War. That's why I like the idea of the sword. They turned him into more of a knight. But I agree with you. Shadow Man was yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't like even Archer and Armstrong didn't look right to me. I didn't like. Maybe it was the artist that they picked to do the series, but 2012 reboot was a dud for me. I was so excited, and then when I saw what it was, I was like,
I loved the hell out of it. I bought all of them until 2016. As soon as they started turning full, how can you say, the best way would be political? When they did the Fate thing, and then they decided.
With Hillary Clinton.
When they promoted the Hillary Clinton and Trump was tied to the bad guys, I'm like, okay, I'm out. Like that to me.
I was out long before then, but
yeah, but I was starting to I was just buying Exo Man of War and Bloodshot at that point, and right, just the ones that I liked. But then when they did that shit, they turned they just freaking. And I went, okay, I'm out, and I stopped buying it. Dude, I have the deluxe edition of almost everything.
It started going bad when Acclaim, I think, bought them. That was the beginning of it. It started the quality went down a lot when Acclaim.
Was it Acclaim? I thought it was Sony that bought them.
Early on, when they first sold out.
The original guy that started the 2012 thing, Shamalai, whatever his name is, sorry guy. I always have trouble with his name. But the guy who's the one that put everything, was the editor, was the guy that bought the rights and everything. But the thing is, Sony kicked him out because they got more rights than him. And they replaced him, and that's when it went to shit. It really went to shit.
Well, the first thing that happened is they lost Barry Windsor Smith because he wanted this big deal, and they went and they offered him peanuts in his mind. I think they offered him $3 million or something like that, and he walked out of the room. He wanted 4 or 5 million maybe, and he wanted a percentage of the company or whatever. He wanted a part of the profit, a partnership in the company, and they didn't offer him that. They just offered him a lump sum of money, not future profits. So that upset Barry, and then he just walked away from.
Same
Valiant.
thing happened with Bart Sears and Quesada back in the days. They were all there, and then they left, and Quesada became the head of Marvel. But after doing his comic book there, what was the name? Ash?
Yeah, he did Ash with
With
Jimmy Palmiotti.
Palmiotti. Then after that, he was the head of Marvel.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't like him as the head of Marvel for many reasons.
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of Joe Quesada anymore. I was when I was a kid before he was part of Marvel or whatever, running Marvel. But I want to bring back the fun in comics. I did my comic because I was a big fan of indie when I was a kid, and the Valiant stuff. So I brought a lot of Valiant creators with me on this project. That's why I got Bob Layton, Don Perlin, and then I brought Kurt Hathaway, who's from Extreme Studios. So we got a little bit of somebody from Image involved in my project, and he's going to come back for Smokes 2. He's going to do the lettering. He also did the logos for Smokes and Weaponized Werewolf, my logos. So he's a good logo creator. He actually created the Extreme logo, Extreme Studios logo for Rob Liefeld. So he's really good at design. Yeah. Kurt Hathaway's a great guy. Does my pre-press as well. This is right here. Smoke's getting high for the first time. He goes in this camper's tent, steals his stash, and he gets so fucking high that he sees purple pandas.
Tripping balls. We got Mr. Tank Ferret. Heyo, heyo.
You
Hey,
see
Tank.
purple pandas? What the hell is it laced with?
I don't know, man. It was some campers stash that he got into.
What type of weed is that?
This is shortly after he got after he escaped from the facility.
Okay, so it's weird. Okay, it's weed that was made in the facility. Okay, makes sense.
No. It was these kids were camping nearby, and he just ran across their campsite, and they were sleeping in the tent, and he just snatched their lighter and their bag of weed.
Let's see. We got Tank saying, "I can't get enough of that sugar, Chris. He's got the booty, don't play."
Yeah, get enough of them.
And Tank also says Valiant has a long history of fixing perfectly good IPs. I
like the original designs of all the characters. If they didn't touch them, that would have been perfect.
Yeah,
if they would have brought back some original, if they would have brought back the original artists to draw the characters the way they like to draw them, that would have been great too. But I don't know.
Yeah, I quit after.
I don't know, because me that was my problem with Valiant. What?
I'm trying to say something.
Saying it.
After I stopped after the original that '90s run with Valiant. I haven't read anything after that. And nothing else.
In the '90s, I had trouble because I had trouble with the artists. I didn't like the artists most of the time.
I like the '90s stuff.
Hey, Courtney.
They only had good artists on one or two issues. Then after that, it was those shitty artists, and I just couldn't. I don't know. That's why I stopped in the '90s.
A Tree Goblin.
You'd have Bart Sears for 3 issues, then you'd have Joe Nobody.
Joe Nobody.
Yeah, I like Don Perlin's run on Bloodshot. I like Bart Sears' run on Exo Manowar. I liked Joe St. Pierre on Rye. And David Lappan did some Shadow Man stuff early on. I liked all that stuff. I didn't really care for those Frank Miller covers that much. His style didn't really go well, I don't think, with a couple of them are all right. I don't know. Then Frank Miller, what the fuck's going on with his artwork now? What the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
It's called minimalistic, and what's Cloud Obscurity, whatever it is.
I saw people defending his artwork, saying the colorist destroyed his work, and then showed the black and white version, which was just as bad.
Yeah, not much better.
But, no.
Let's see. Courtney's with us. We got Tree Goblin.
What's up, Tree?
Soul says, Sugar sent it from the wrong address, but you got mail. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. Let me bring that up and show it.
You're like world famous now because of that dress, right?
No. Oh,
No, it was the pigtails.
Bud Spencer.
Spencer.
Bud Spencer.
Oh, dude, I want. Where the hell did you get that? I want one.
He said his sister got it for him. He made a comment in the chat. Yeah, he says, I have a little bottle of a Bud Spencer chili cinnamon liquor called that is officially brewed by a distillery in Germany. His sister got it for him. There you go.
Dude, I would so love to get one of those. I need to check into it.
There you go.
I just smoke. I don't drink too much.
Same here. I don't drink, but it's Bud Spencer.
I don't do either. Let's see.
What? You live your high off life?
That's right. Straight edge.
A lot of coffee though, right?
Huh?
Not even.
No caffeine?
Just a lot of sodas for a while.
I've cut back on sodas. I'll have you know.
I can't, man. I try to, man. Soda's the hardest thing to quit, I think, than anything.
Just chocolate milk and water, pretty much. Occasionally, I'll get a soda if I really need to wake up or something. Sugar, you don't have to turn in the red light. Just wear that dress. I'm not wearing no dresses. Did it once for y'all. Let's see, Mr. Brink. Oh, you're talking about the Bloodshot movie?
I don't even remember all of it anymore. I just remember being so. I was like, well, it could have been worse. I was just thinking it could have been worse when I was watching it.
How dare Chris live healthy? The nerve. Straight edge for life, yo. That's right, Courtney. All right, let's see.
I've been eating bad this week. Soda, chips, sandwiches.
What did I eat? I had barbecue chicken and some Alfredo noodles and some applesauce. Yeah, that's what I had.
Applesauce. I haven't eaten applesauce since fucking I was a Gerber baby. A long time ago.
Gerber baby. Where's the X's? IG your what?
What?
I don't know what Courtney's saying. Sugar is sandwich and straight. Leave me and my sandwiches alone, Saul. I like my cold cuts. Leave me be.
Yeah, I got some cold cuts. I bought some honey ham. You like honey ham?
Yeah, honey ham's good. I like honey ham. Yeah,
Got some pepper jack cheese. That's my favorite.
I like to make some Dagwoods and stuff and eat mine. Oh, I know what she's saying. Where's the X's on your hands, Sugar?
Oh, the X is for straight edge.
Yeah, I get it now. I get what you're doing, Courtney. Let's see. Here we got Weaponized Werewolf.
Yeah, that's the Tim Vigil cover.
Yeah,
He's really good at drawing werewolves. So I asked him. I let him kind of do his thing on there.
Yeah. You want to
not for kids.
You want to shoot a bald eagle, do you? You're gonna pay for it, buddy. This is actually a page from Smokes that was edited out. There's no really words. It was just a scene. So I decided to make that page that got cut out of Smokes the cover for Weaponized Werewolf. And Weaponized Werewolf story goes along with Smokes, so it's kind of like a prequel. So when you read both of them together, you get a complete story by Mike Barron. So that's how that worked out. Oh, sweet. It's called lunch meat.
It's called lunch meat. Yeah, I got hard salami. I got wheat bread. Some pepper jack. I always got hard salami.
Yeah, he's got a hard salami, Courtney.
Go figure.
Oh, Lord. got some interiors here.
Yeah, this is Barry McLean Jr. He's a great artist. He's a new artist. He's working for Silent Bob. What's his name there? Kevin Smith, Crybaby.
Oh,
Crybaby Kevin. He has his own. In Jersey they have their own the Stash or whatever.
Yeah, their own comic book shop.
oh yeah, they're in
Yeah,
shop.
yeah. And then they have
Comic
their own.
Splash.
Yeah, and they have their own comics. They're called Blue Juice Comics, I believe. It's a comic label, I think, that's owned by Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
And they got a few different titles, and Barry McLean draws for them under their label. He does a comic book called Billy the Kit. It's like it's a rabbit western, kind of like Smokes is a fox. This is like a humanoid rabbit, mutant rabbit. But he's my neighbor as well. He's just a great artist. He did Weaponized Werewolf Interiors.
You've got all the connections.
Yeah, he just happened to be my fucking neighbor, man. I know he lived in Denver because he was working for Mike Barron, doing some work for him. And I hit him up. I was like, I got this script. Would you want to do a werewolf story? And he told me that he loves horror stuff. And then I asked him if he wanted to do some sketch cards for me, and he said, "Yeah, but I need you to send me the cards." So I asked him for his address, and his fucking house was closer than my mailbox. Than the post office. So yeah, I just walked it over there to him.
Just over there and knock on his door. There you go.
Yeah, when I had to get my comic signed later on, I was selling the signed editions. So I just walked over there with a shoebox with some comics and just got them signed. So yeah, he's like 30 fucking paces from my house.
That's crazy.
It's a small world, man.
Yeah.
There's 2 million people in Denver in this area, and I just happen to live, that close. So.
Well, that could give you a nice advantage, though, because most people, they can only get like one person signature of the whole team. You can get 2 people potentially there.
Yeah, my artist Lee Oaks for Smokes, he lives in, I believe, Loveland, Colorado, just something like that, like about an hour from me, hour and a half. So I met him and Mike Barron at Mike's house. We just did a signing over there.
Nice.
But it's hard to get anything signed, and Mike's got like 3 dogs running around. But yeah, check out his art. Scroll down, you can see his art. Barry McLean.
Look at that.
Some werewolf action.
Pounce and chomp.
Yeah, so I'm working on the 2nd issue right now, and all this money that I get from these campaigns that I still have active, the few dollars that I'm making, I'm just gonna throw it in for Smokes 2, and just try to put out a really good comic book. I already have one cover is already done for Smokes 2. I had Corey Barton give us a little bit of a cheesecake cover. I have a new character, a female character being introduced. She's human. It's not a fox girl.
Calm down, Soul. No furry.
No furries. Smokes isn't a fucking furry either. You're gonna find out. When I created this character in 1993, I didn't know what a furry was. I think they existed back then, but I didn't know what it was.
Oh, there's a hell of a difference between a furry and an actual anthropomorphic character.
Yeah, but I didn't know, like,
They kinda got
I would put
lost.
out my comic book and I would be like associated with this furry culture thing. You know what I mean?
It depends what you're doing. If you're doing sexual content, then it is. If it's not, it's just anthropomorphic. It's just
No, there's no sexual content, really. There's going to be a female character. They're not going to be fucking or anything, but it's kind of like Cyberfrog has, Heather Swain and the Turtles.
Because they can say whatever they want, but Cyberfrog is technically a scaly.
A scaly, yeah, I guess.
It is a thing, dude. It's the reptile thing. The furries, and then you have the scalies. It's fucked up.
We got Ben Jackson in the chat.
And then they have that degenerate shit going on in my city. They had Den Fur, it was called. It was a furry convention.
Yeah, but dude, their worst thing is now you have 2 types of furries. You have the one that look like mascot or cartoons, right?
Uh-huh.
That's the one that we're used to seeing, right? But
Uh-huh.
now they have the ones where they have costumes of real life animal looking like. That's another type of furry.
Oh, I didn't know there was 2 different. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fucking idiotic.
Well, it's a good thing we got Sim here. He knows all about the furry stuff.
Well, the look I was going for was
I don't know as much as you do since you are one.
the look I was going for my character was kind of like the Dave Sim Cerebus look, like a fox
Mhm.
version of
Yeah.
Cerebus the Aardvark. That's what I was going for. But I didn't want to be exactly the same, so he's not the same height, and he smokes a pipe, and he's got an outfit.
Well, like the Ninja Turtles back in the days, they were smoking, drinking, and
Yeah, and I want to bring back smoking. They got rid of that from comic books. Like, you can't even have a cigar now. Like, Wolverine can't smoke a cigar in fucking comic books anymore. In the new issues, they can't show, even cigar smoking or cigarette smoking of any kind. And I don't know. You should be able to do what the fuck you want with your comic books. You know what I mean? Why can't you have a pipe? Why can't you have a joint? So I'm bringing all that back. I'm bringing back liquor on the cover or whatever. Paraphernalia, drugs, whatever, all that stuff. Someone's telling me what I'm gonna put in my comic book.
Why is that?
I'm not putting any degenerate shit in there. You know what I mean? I'm not putting furries fucking each other and opening up their hatches in the back or anything like that.
Yeah, even Belmont has limits.
I have standards.
He has live
So, no, it's just a character I created when I was high one day, man. It's something I did for fun, and I had this character in the back of my mind all these years, and I decided now that indie comics are back and everybody's into them again, everything comes back every so many fucking years, like Bell Bottoms comes back, all that shit. Pretty soon those fucking gaucho pants are going to be coming back. I hated those. Remember those fucking things the girls were wearing?
Gaucho?
Yeah, it's kind of like they went up like a little bit past their ankle or some shit.
Let me look here.
I don't know. Look up gaucho pants.
Oh, Jesus.
My God.
Those are awful pants.
Yeah, that shit will probably even come back. Are those the parachute pants, or am I confusing them with something else?
They look like kind of like bell bottoms, but they only go up but they only go so far down. They're like flood pants, as they call
I was thinking of those capri pants. I think those are the ones that are fucking. Those will probably come back too. I didn't like those either. Remember that whole capri fad? Capri pants.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everything comes back, and indie's back now, and the mainstream is fucked, man. There's no saving it. They're not gonna wake up one day and decide to go back to what they were doing. This is what they're doing. This is it. Nothing's gonna change. Even the movies are gonna get worse. They already have. So just forget about Marvel and DC. Just forget about. I've already, I don't care about them anymore. I don't give a fuck. I don't think about them. If you want to get some cool old comics, go get some back issues. Just don't buy any of that new stuff.
So it says, come on, guys, I have enough problems not calling him Pop Goes the Weasel because I already made that joke in the last show and it didn't land either. They can't all be zingers, so.
That's the line art right there. That's fucking Don Perlin's pencils with Layton's inks.
Who just says Cyberfox amphibian?
He's a scaly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hojo says Cyberfrog is also, or Soul says Hojo Cyberfrog was also a very late crowdfunding campaign. I think Marinus still hasn't got his copy.
Oh, I still don't have mine. The worst thing is Coleman was one of the last one to back, and he got his already because he didn't buy this thing. I'm still waiting for my
Really?
stuff. Yeah,
I got mine like a year ago.
I'm still waiting for my shit. I backed the double book thing. I'm still waiting for it. Scotsman's still waiting for his box. The collector's box there. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to be able to back the third one. Other than that, I'm not backing the third one. As long as I don't get my book.
Let's see.
You'll get it late.
But how
I
late?
don't know.
Isn't it already like two? Aren't we already like 2 to 3 years late?
The latest fucking campaign is what's his name there? Timothy Truman. I backed Scout 4 years ago.
Oh, Scout. Yeah, I remember that campaign.
It's still not out.
Yeah, that was ages ago.
Okay.
It's a 100-pager.
You want worse than that? There's a guy called Critias that never came out.
Oh, I heard of that.
Detective Dead.
Or what was the other one? I forgot his name. Fuck.
But those aren't coming out. This guy is supposed
Huerta, something Huerta.
Andrew Huerta.
Yeah, that book's never coming out.
Yeah, he moved on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Soul says, Justin, don't talk Chris out of backing your comic.
My book was only 2 weeks late, and that was because the printer had no paper, and then there was a toner shortage as well. Yeah. And the only people that got late books were the ones that wanted Mike Barron's autograph and stuff, because it took me extra time to go meet up with him and get those signed. Oh. But everybody else got their book out on time. And we get a couple weeks late is like nothing compared to other people, being late by years or several months or whatever. But
I don't know. Being late. I just know. To me, it's when it goes over 2 years. It's kind of like
2 years is ridiculous. I mean, for anybody or whatever it is, you know what I mean. You shouldn't even put out a Kickstarter or whatever it is, unless you're close to almost being done, or at least like halfway done. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable launching too early, because what if something happens, man? I don't know. You know what I mean? Stuff happens.
Yeah, but people forget that, most people are used to the fact of waiting a year after backing anything. And to have
but I just don't want to give them the wrong date and say it's going to be done by fucking April of next year, and April comes around and I'm fucking like halfway done with my book, and then it's going to be months and months late. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to deal with that.
Trust me, I know. My book's late right now, and I had to replace the colors.
Oh fuck!
Because he was supposed to be done in July. We agreed that an extra 2 months it would be done, and we get back. He only had 14 pages done out of 36, and he's like, "Dude, I can't do this." So I took over. The book's gonna get done faster, but yes, things happen. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, all kinds of shit can happen, man. Everything takes longer than you think it's going to take is the main thing. You know what I mean? Then you might get the printing, and then the printer's like, well, I got like 5 more books we got to print before we get to yours.
Yeah. That happened to me with the last book. Like I thought I was going to go to print on that month.
Yeah.
And they go, we have to print this and that's going to take an extra. Like, okay, fine.
Yeah. I got 5,000 books to print. We'll get to you. You're in the queue, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Grey Wolf.
Hey, Grey Wolf.
Says, I'm trying to get all my art finished before I start a campaign. Well, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it just takes a lot of stress off your plate if it's closer to being completed. You don't have to worry about a lot of things. But then because you're only one person, one-man band usually, and you're the one doing all the promoting, and you're the one doing everything. And then, especially, you're the artist. You know what I mean? I'm not even drawing the shit.
Yeah, that like on my end, it's like I try to get some people more to color, and there's also that comes in factors. Like I can control my, things that happen in my life, but sometimes they have things that happen in their life that slows them down.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I want to get to that point too, where most of that my part of the book will be done, and the rest will be coloring and lettering. So I'm planning that nobody will wait more than 4 months. Eventually, for my books, everything's going to be out every 3 to 4 months.
There's a lot of role models in your chat, Chris.
The only thing Pale Rider is a role model for is degeneracy.
Is that why he's in the man cave every week?
He's in somebody's man cave every week.
Hey, Mo snuck in too. I didn't see that.
There's Mo. Hey, Mo.
Mo Biggity.
Let's see. Has Sugar explained to Justin how bathhouses work, or does he only share that info with Rini?
Okay, guys, I'll be back in a second.
Leave. Oh. I was only explaining that whole situation because of you all bringing it up. I'm trying to embarrass me in front of Irene.
I didn't see that episode. I have to watch the replay. Right here is the Tim Vigil line art.
Yeah, it looks brutal.
Yeah, I thought the black and white version looks really good.
Yeah,
A
always
lot of
nice
fine
to-
detail.
yeah, always nice to see the details. Look at that.
I have the original at my house. It's a small piece. It's not on 11 by 17. I think it's like on, I don't know, like 8 by 10 or 8 by 11 or something. It's not a very big piece. He draws small, on small paper.
Let's see. Gosh dang it, got so many of these little tabs open. Okay, I already read that. Yeah, Pale Rider is apparently a role model for bad habits and bubbles in oil baths.
Yeah, I'm no role model myself. You know, I'm just trying to entertain people, bring back some fun to comics, do something
that's
different.
fine.
There's too many superhero comics. Something different.
Let's see. Where did Pale Rider learn about degeneracy? You, all right? He learned it by watching you. Well, maybe he needs to quit installing cameras all through my house and he wouldn't be watching me. Greenwell says, I'm doing all the art and writing. Takes time to put together a story. I'm doing different segments and then channeling them together into a grand finale.
Yeah, then you got to do all the marketing yourself, and then you got to, put together your campaign and get your trailer made.
Next, Sugar will be explaining the proper application for a foxtail butt.
Hey, we talked about that on the Man Cave last episode. Someone brought out a fucking fox butt plug or something.
Ew. Gross.
So what you got to do to sell some comic books? Holy fuck.
As long as you weren't wearing it, Belmont.
No, I wasn't wearing it. They said that it could be an early or a good Christmas present for me or something. See, I got to deal with this shit too. You got to deal with these red dress jokes. I got all these fox and furry jokes and
I don't know. Maybe you could get your guy to 3D print one. I don't know. Courtney out here trying to bag it up. Oh, like the songs.
She's always driving somewhere.
Yeah, she's always on the go. She's like a nomad.
Always on the run. She has like some secret life, I bet. She lives like a double life.
Maybe. Who knows what Courtney's up to? Could be anything. Graywolf says the trailer is going to be a pain in the ass to do. Oh, I'm sure. Sugar's a furry too, Justin. His fursona is Sugar Glider. I am not.
Furry costumes are expensive, man.
Yes, they are. And no, I'm not a furry. I have no interest in being a furry. Courtney says she has no car. She says it needs a new unkind. I don't speak Courtney's language. I always like this face for the werewolf there through the bars.
Yeah, that panel was actually reversed. Originally, the werewolf was facing the other direction, looking to the right, and we flipped it for the final for the inks.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite pages, though. My editor said it would look better for Weaponized Werewolf if he's facing looking the left. I think it flows pretty well. This page was sold. I think Shadowhawk bought this one. Shadowhawk bought this piece and he has it on his wall.
Good old Shadowhawk. Hey,
yeah, still have some artwork available on the first campaign on Fund My Comic. If anybody wants to pick up a page, Weaponized Werewolf was done. The inks were done on a separate board. The pencils were done on one board, and then my inker printed out the pencils, and then they inked over Blue Line. So there's original pencils on one board and original inks on the other on these interiors. But he's a great artist, man. Barry McLean knocked it out of the park. He likes his horror stuff. He likes drawing werewolves and all kinds of crazy shit like that. But then I got Rodney Ramos doing the inks. Familiar with Rodney Ramos?
I don't know him. Sim, do you know him?
He went somewhere. He used to work for Valiant, but before Valiant, he worked for Marvel and DC. Right now, he's working for DC again.
Oh, so
But he's been around. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is I don't know all the names of people and stuff. I never kept up with it growing up or nothing. I just
Do you
knew.
remember? What's that? Toxic Avenger? Do you remember that comic book in the 80s?
Oh yeah, I have it.
Yeah, so Rodney Ramos did the artwork for that.
Oh, okay.
That's I think that's one of the first things that he did when he got into comics. Then he was doing the Transmetropolitan, whatever the hell that book's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Snake. What's his name? Snake or something. The
Yeah.
one with with the glasses, like one's different color than the other lens.
Yeah, I
What the
think
hell's
I
the name of that?
talking about like
Transmetropolitan or whatever the fuck it is.
Transmetropolitan or I don't know.
Yeah, Transmetropolitan. Yeah, he was doing that book.
Last week at the man cave. Butt plugs.
Yeah, we were talking about some crazy shit last week. We had Dillard joined the panel, so it got a little bit off the rails.
Sugar became a furry after watching Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Hey, don't talk about Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. I have a lot of good memories of that.
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Let's see. Chris doth protest too much about his furry status, says Jay Ryan. Good to have you with us, Jay Ryan. Let's see. Grey Wolf says one of my characters is a vampire named Annabelle. Near the end of the book, she kills a pedo and saves the little kid he grabbed. SJW fucktards will be pissed. We got Courtney saying 6K.
6K.
For what? Oh, maybe for the engine. Engine?
Oh, 6K for an engine. You could buy a new car.
Yeah. For that price.
That's what I do in my car. I had a old Beamer. It was an X5 from 2000. I think it was a 2001. So it just got so many miles on it, and then they told me they wanted like $5 or $6 grand to fix it. I was like, that fucking thing's not even worth that anymore. I'm not paying more to get it fixed. So I just sold it for like next to nothing. Get the hell rid of it because it's just a money pit. It's just a money pit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not keep spending. Not just put a couple grand into it, and then like a week later, it shit out again. I'm like, I'm not putting any more money into this thing, and it's really expensive to buy anything for a BMW. They want like 3 times the price, even like the oil change. I don't know. Everything is really expensive now. They want like $100 just for like a regular oil change for just a normal car.
Yeah.
Used to be like $20. Remember, $19.95 or something for oil change. Then it was like $29.95. Now it's like $89.95. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I gotta go get my mom's brakes put on. That's gonna cost about $60. We already bought the brakes, so it's just gonna cost $60 just to have them put it on.
Some pads.
Yeah. Always something. Let's see. Where did I leave off?
This is the unreleased content. Oh, on the
Sugar and Justin never explained how they know the price of fursuits or why. Well, I know the price because of going to Steel City Con one time. They had a woman was selling her fursuit at her.
Yeah, that's how I seen them. I seen them on the like if you go to a Comic-Con, there'll always be a table that has like that furry shit, and they'll have like maybe one costume showcase, and they'll have a bunch of like accessories, like tails and all kinds of shit. And you can see the prices on that stuff.
Yeah, that shit was expensive.
Just for like the head, they wanted like like $1,000 or something, just for like the head part of the suit.
It's like,
and some of them got like animatronics or whatever. They fucking move or whatever it is.
Yeah, I can't see how people can justify it. I can't. No, there's no way I could justify spending that kind of money on a suit that I would just wear for very special occasions or something. I'd have to be very, very well off.
I wouldn't wear anything on the floor of a convention because you're just going to be high as fuck. No matter what it was, a furry costume, fucking Darth Vader or whatever, man, you're just going to be sweating. I don't I don't fucking cosplay ever. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I might wear like a comic book related T-shirt. That's about it.
I thought about cosplaying one of these steals. One of the times I go to a con, cosplaying as a Sandman from DC Comics. Because I have like an old like World War One gas mask and stuff, so I could have that, and all I have to do is get like a fedora and a trench coat and all that stuff. But I've just never sat down and set it up.
They said you'd wear a furry suit if you can afford
That's no, I would not.
it. You could do a GoFundMe.
I don't want to do a GoFundMe. There's way.
Yeah, they fuck with me about furries all the time. Every time I do a show, it's furry this, furry fucking that.
Oh Lord! If I was going to do a GoFundMe for something, it'd be for something way more important than some dang furry suit. But I ain't going to do a GoFundMe. I don't need to be like, hey, give me money. No, I'm fine. Let's see. Sugar volunteers at the local library for furry time story hour.
Furry time story hour.
Oh Lord!
I heard that they're not all degenerates. There's different types of furries. There's ones that are out there like trying to fuck. And there's other ones that are just doing it for fun.
Yeah, there's ones that are degenerate and engaging in a lot of nasty stuff, but then there's people who just go out there and do it for fun. Like they wear the suits and they go out and go to these little conventions and stuff, and and like the kids like it. The kids like to see them and stuff like that, so that's why they do it, or things like that. Because my niece likes it. She likes the whole furry thing.
I think they're all creepy looking.
Yeah, it's not my thing, but she likes it and stuff. Like she liked one that dressed up like a dragon.
Scaly?
I can't remember what it was called. Something Dragons. And she had this little kind of like ball thing that she would like squeak. It made like a little sound, and she could do different sounds with it, and that was how she communicated as her character and stuff. And she would go around, move around like the character and stuff at the cons, and the little kids would be like, oh, and they'd want their picture taken with them and stuff, because she looked like I guess like a cartoon character and stuff. And then like they'll get together and do dances and do different things. So yeah, it seems like there's two different kinds, but there is a lot of degenerates in that community. It seems like way too many. Are you ironing your hair now? Me? No.
Yeah, it's awful straight.
I combed it before the show. I just did a good comb of it. That's about it. Let's see. Sugar will read anything with trans in the title. I'm going for scan. What are you scanning?
I don't know. She does weird. Like I said, she's got like a double life.
Yeah, who knows?
She might work for the government or something.
Yeah, maybe they're doing like one of those eye scans so she can get into her classified documents or something. Even Metropolitan is trans now.
Yeah, trans Metropolitan.
Sugar will change out your oil at the bathhouse for free. He said Sugar's mama's going to put the brakes on Sugar's furry degeneracy. There is no furry degeneracy, Mo. Sugar could afford the furry suit, so he went around shaving the neighborhood's cats. Oh, good Lord. Sugar was going to cosplay as Scarlet Witch? No. Steve today.
Some furry creator tried to add me on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just ignored it. I was like, no, can't go there. His was definitely, like a furry book,
Yeah.
100%. I guess he just assumed I was a degenerate like him.
Well,
I'm a different kind of degenerate. I'm not that kind of degenerate.
heard about your cuck lifestyle and your socks.
Yeah, I'm more into cucking than furrying.
Sugar's the degenerate kind of furry, but not the kind that's after kids at Furry Time Story Hour. He's there for the MILFs. Moms, he'd like the fur bag.
Fur bag.
Fur bag.
And you don't even know what you're fucking either because you just lift up that hatch and just pray for the best.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I guess you'd have to like hope there's no like balls dangling there when you lift the hatch up.
Oh, man.
Ugh. Ugh.
Imagine what they smell like and just rotting in those costumes all day.
Well, there was one time. There's multiple times where we've been down there at Steel City, and usually there's almost always furries down there in their suits. But like there's been multiple occasions where we came out and they're just like in the middle of like the convention somewhere, you'll just see one with half the suit off and they're like that, and they've got like sweat just pouring off of them, and somebody's giving them water and they're like fanning them and stuff. And it's like, geez, ooh, like you should pace yourself, like take frequent breaks with that thing or something, or just not wear it. Like it's not worth it at that point. If it's getting that bad.
And Mo's asking if you put mermaid in the freezer.
What? What?
Mermaid.
He goes, then again, I haven't seen mermaid around lately. Sugar, is mermaid in the freezer?
No.
Oh, Mermaid Messiah?
I think mermaid is busy and stuff. Gosh.
I don't even think Sugar has a niece. He just uses the niece to deflect from his furry tendencies.
Sugar always puts his niece under the bus. Do not. I'm just being honest. Not all are degenerates. You mean like the guy who accidentally banged his sister at a furry convention or what?
That probably did happen.
I would not be surprised. Same as the people who wear dog masks. To some it's sexual, but others just feel better that way, which is still weird, but a bit less so. Oh yeah. Have you ever seen like, gosh, it was like, it's been around on the internet for ages, but it was like this old dude that like, he had women that would dress up in like these like horse masks and stuff like that, and they would actually like, he would set in like a little carriage thing, like a one-man carriage, and they would cart him around and stuff like down the street. It was crazy. I remember back in the day when I was young and stuff, it was like a meme that would go around this dude because it'd be like a little clip and he'd be sitting there like, and they'd be like going down the street. Because I think at one point he got like interviewed or something on like a news. Something.
Mo's killing me.
I thought he was there for the single dads. He mentioned that he like, dad, what? I did not say that, Pale Rider. Lies.
And so saying, still say that.
I've done nothing to Mermaid Mo.
That's the problem.
I don't know why. I don't know. She ain't came around. I don't know what happened to her.
She's playing too hard to get.
We all miss her. I know. She'll pop around eventually one day. I don't even think Sugar has a niece. He just uses his niece to deflect from his furry tendencies. Yep, it's all just fake. They don't even exist.
They did a hit piece on me on what's it called? What's it called? What the fuck's the name of that site that would dox you? Farms, something farms.
Oh,
Kiwi Farms. Yeah, Kiwi Farms. I'm fucking high. I can't think. It's too early. Anyway, Kiwi Farms. When I first put out my comic, someone said that I had a furry agenda, Yeah, if you search for it on the internet, you could probably find it. But someone posted it on Kiwi Farms that I had a furry agenda, and I was trying to push furryism onto the indie comic scene or something like that.
Oh, good Lord. Let's see. Take frequent breaks. Sugar knows all these fursuit tips for some reason.
Get some fucking fans in there.
I feel like that would just be common sense.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you could put a water cooling system in there somewhere.
For the price they cost, they should have that. Like
I know, right? You
like
can do
the-
it for a computer. You should have that in there. Like,
Yeah.
At least in the head. You know what I
or
mean?
add-on, you know.
At least in the fucking head, keep you cool. I don't know.
Horse mask. This guy has a Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to her face?
Mm-hmm.
Those girls keep fucking with their lips. They keep putting the collagen, wherever the fuck it is, in their lips, and it gives them like that duck face.
And they
Whatever it
keep
is, you know
doing
what I'm talking
the Botox on their cheeks. Yeah,
They
it
think they
looks
look
weird.
better like that. I don't get it.
No, it's just their obsession of the fact that, you know, their youth is their value, right? So they get obsessed with staying young looking. How many ruined their faces with plastic surgery throughout the years?
Man,
Let's
see Madonna's face? Holy shit!
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's who I was talking about.
I figured. I got that picture of Madonna's face as you were talking.
She looks like that. She looked like that nurse in the Escape from LA. Do you remember when they go to Hollywood and they're in their plastic surgery place and you see that chick there with the giant freaking cheekbones, the giant lips? She looks exactly like Madonna. Hold on,
I just remember the first one, Escape from New York.
Sugar's retirement plan is to get the bathhouse boys to live with him and all wear horse masks to cart him around. Then sometimes he'll fall out of the cart. Oh no, and I'm in heat. What
Oh, there you go. Show my screen, please, Chris.
in the world?
Where's he come up with this shit?
Mo, this sounds like a weird fantasy of yours. That's very detailed. Let's see.
You don't remember this scene? She's
No.
exactly like Madonna there.
Does look like Madonna a little bit. But she looked good like a few years ago. She looked all right, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden she like aged like 40 years in like a 3-month period. It was weird.
Yep.
J. Ryan, can you imagine men watching too much Sex in the City? They sure exist, but dude, yeah, no thanks. Sex in the City looked boring and lame. I bet Chris watched the show. No, I don't know if I've ever seen a single full episode of that show.
No, I've never seen this shit.
Yeah, like I think I seen like 5-10 minutes of it. I'm like, God, this sucks. Move on.
I never watched the episode of Friends either.
Ugh, Friends was awful.
Or 2.5 Men. I don't fucking get it.
My dad liked 2.5 Men.
I didn't like it.
What was 2.5 Men?
That's Charlie Sheen, where he was like him and his brother, and he was like a big womanizer type guy,
Yeah.
always sleeping around.
And he ends up with a baby, right? Okay, so it's the remake of the French movie. Got it.
No, he didn't have a baby. No,
No, that's not it.
no, his brother had a son in it, and they're living with Charlie Sheen. Let's see. It's common sense. There's no common sense involved in wearing a fursuit. Maybe this sounds like a weird face here. Sugar, not 5 minutes ago, you were telling us about this being carted around by people in horseman story, not me. Soul says, Justin, my man, the whole blowing up lip thing baffles me too. What kind of man wants a live action sex doll? How can you take someone like that serious, even for a moment?
Is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to get like a blow up doll feel?
I don't know. A lot of women nowadays look fake to me. Plastic surgery is like Russian roulette with 5 bullets in the chamber of a 6-shooter. Yep. Yeah, it's not going to go well for you. Scroll down a little more. There we go.
That's the unreleased content. It's a bonus PDF that comes with the digital bundle.
Okay.
Like model sheets and stuff like that. Early sketches.
Yeah. Some more extra goodies for folks.
Yeah, I just threw in the whole fucking kitchen sink.
Let's see. We got Sugar Chris, the Bathhouse Chronicles. Oh, Lord. I do not plan on going to a bathhouse anytime.
Obama was a fan of bathhouses.
It would take something pretty major to get me to go to a bathhouse.
And that's not the only thing he was a fan of.
Yeah.
You saw that guy going around doing interviews, right?
Oh yeah, the guy that said he was with him or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh. Let's see.
This is the pencils only edition. A smokes, no lettering, just the art.
More of that. Look at that.
Now, some people like to see, the progress.
Yeah. Scroll down, show a little more there. Let's see, what's everybody saying there? We got the links. Thank you, Soul. It would take something pretty major to get me to go to a bathhouse. Size Queen Sugar. Oh, Lord. Yeah. So printed copies are still available. Yes, over there on the Fund My Comic. Let's click that. That'll take us right to her.
Yeah, I'm running low on weaponized werewolves, so soon enough I won't have any of those left. I'll just have smokes left.
Yeah, so there you go. So you can still come over here to Fund My Comic and get yourself a physical copy if that's what you're itching for. Let me see here. Sugar like a girthy stallion. Yeah, I guess I am like a girthy stallion. Thank you, Jay Ryan. Let's see. Scroll down here. We're seeing all this cool interior bits and bobs. Got a gang fight going on. Barroom brawl.
Yeah, 2 rival biker gangs. That's the Demon in a Bong Bob Layton tribute cover.
It's like,
I actually mailed him a couple prints too when I gave him his comp copies.
Oh, nice. Let's see. There was something.
Oh, that's like the most iconic comic book cover of all time, or one of the top, 5, I would say. In comics, everybody knows the Demon in a Bottle cover.
Yeah, that's a pretty well-known one. So there was something. Gosh,
What?
dang it. There was something I was gonna show Sim, and I don't remember what it was now.
You'll remember, sir.
I don't know. Boner at the Bathhouse is Chris's country core band.
What's country core? I'm not familiar with that genre.
I don't know.
They got hardcore country now.
I don't keep up with all.
My wife likes that shit. So every time I turn my car on, I hear that twang,
Mm-hmm.
and I get really upset because I can't really deal with it. I'm not a big fan of country music. Only the old stuff, like the original country music, like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, like that's
like that.
I don't like modern country because I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The modern stuff. I can't listen to that.
It's trash. I can't get in. Yeah, I can't stand it
It's like really popular now for whatever reason. I don't know.
because it's not country anymore.
The world's fucking gone batshit nuts.
Country core is what Sugar calls his jug band's music. You leave jug bands alone, Mo. There's nothing wrong with a jug and some banjos. It's good music. Stop trying to bring Sim into your furry lifestyle, Chris.
Yeah, is there a big furry scene in Canada?
Not really.
Well,
Not that I know of, to be quite honest.
You would think there would be. I mean, it's colder up there.
Justin Trudeau would ban
That's
that.
the thing. We don't need furries.
You can wear those big furry suits to keep warm.
That's what I'm saying. We're hairy men. We have full, chest hair, not like you.
No, you don't need to be furries because you're already bears.
Yay!
Yay! Let's see. The only modern sounding song Boner at the Bathhouse plays is called Old Country Chode. Phil says he just made up country core. You can put core at the end of anything if you want to. Morning roast core. Yeah. Oh no, Old Town Chode. There you go. I do think something like country core exists though. Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure there's something there. Let's see. Let me see here. Okay, we can show. I'll show you this. Look at that. Look at this. Yeah, Kirby.
Oh, sweet.
What is it?
Isn't that from?
It's Demon. Do you
That's
believe?
a demon.
Do you believe?
Huh. I thought for a second there, I thought it was probably going to be from. What's the name of it again? Kamandi.
Kamandi?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Demon. Jason Blood. Yep.
I thought Kamandi was all right.
Yep.
They have like furries basically in that book.
But it's anthropomorphic. It's not furries. But
Yeah.
I love I really like the premise of where it came from, because the idea was him coming up with the story as it goes. So he was improvising the story, and I think that's what made it different.
I never read it. I just seen the art.
There's another thing I wanted to show you, Sim. I've seen it. Was it yesterday? This here. Have you seen this? Dracula, Volume 1, The Impaler by Matt Wagner and Kelly Jones.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, Kelly Jones is doing that. Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, it's got his Kelly Jones Wild Art. Looks interesting.
I think he did a cover for Mike Barron recently for one of his projects.
Don't show a lot of interiors, though. It only shows, like, what, one page? Yeah, two, maybe? Yeah. I don't know. I thought I'd show you. Real quick there. Let me see.
I love Kelly Jones, though.
Mm-hmm.
I like. I remember seeing his covers for Batman. I was like, oh, those are kind of cool. And was it Dead Man? Didn't he do Dead Man there with Mike Barron?
Yeah, with Mike Barron. Yeah.
I had those books. I was like, oh, this is so cool.
I liked his Batman from back in the days.
I think that's because I had a few Mike Barron books back in the day, and I think that's the one I read the most was that Dead Man one.
Nexus, Badger, Punisher, Flash.
Mm-hmm.
He did some Star Wars stories.
I had Atari Force of Mike Barron's.
Oh yeah, Atari Force. I forgot all about that.
I had the Dead Man, and I had some other stuff that Mike Barron did.
He wrote a story or two of Alien Legion. He's been around.
The first thing I remember is seeing that Joe Jusko cover when he was working on Punisher with him. Remember those Joe Jusko covers that he did for Punisher?
Mm-hmm.
One of them was like Punisher was skiing, and had like some Uzis or something like that, and there was like a guy on like a snowmobile or something like racing after him, shooting back. That's the cover I remember. It came out like in the 80s, late 80s.
That's wild. That Punisher skiing.
Yeah, like James Bond.
Yeah, but that's the first. I just remember it was like one of the first covers that I remember like stuck in my mind. It got me really interested in comics because I used to go to this comic book shop to buy baseball cards, and I always passed the comic book rack, and see all the comic books. And I remember that cover always stuck in my head. Then later on, I'm working with Mike Barron on my comic book, so that's just weird. And he lives in Colorado as well, you know what I mean? So I never thought any of that was going to happen.
The terrible what plant?
What plant?
What?
I don't know. Mo says the terrible what plant? I don't know what he's talking about. I was just joking about people reading anything with trans in the title, but apparently it's true. I don't know what you're talking about, Mo. Damn, this furry agenda is too real. Sugar found this campaign when he was searching for impalers. Oh, God. So it says to Mo, earlier Sim was complaining that dildos are allowed on crowdfunding sites, but not showing tits. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar, you showed us a comic called The Terrible Transplant. No, it was The Demon. It just had The Terrible Transplant in the little cover page. That's the name of the chapter, I guess, but it was from The Demon. Etrigan. With Kirby.
I remember The Demon.
I always liked Etrigan. It was fun.
Yep. It was one of my favorite Kirby comic books.
Let's see. All right. What time is it? Oh, it's 1 p.m. That's time for me to start wrapping this thing up. Because I have to go. I've got a lot. I wasn't going to do a stream today until I seen Belmont's message. I was going to skip one today because I was going to go and pay bills and get stuff done. But then I seen only 4 days left. And I was like, okay, we got to get him on.
I was just going to if you go right back.
Let's see. Thanks everybody in the chat for popping in and talking with us while we BS'd around. I appreciate it. What's this? Sugar has 17 abandoned kids before he finally decides it's time to start wrapping this thing up. I do not have any abandoned kids, Mo. If I had a kid, I would be a proper parent. Thank you, Mr. Belmont, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm
going to be on with Abra tonight.
Oh, okay.
8 p.m. Eastern.
I have not tuned into an Abra stream in a while.
Yeah, she's starting to do live interviews now.
Yeah, I haven't. I got to check that out because gosh, 8 p.m. I'll be asleep probably by the time I wake up, get to work and get started to where I can tune in. She'll probably be done. That sucks. But anyway, everybody go check out Abra's stream then. We're at 8 p.m. there.
Yeah, we talk about my 2-incher.
Yeah. Don't you want to know about Belmont's grower, not a shower? Mr. Sim, thank you for waking up today.
Thank you for letting me know about the stream. That's the thing. Is like I miss the Irene stream. I wake up, I check. There's no stream. Do we have a stream on? Because sometimes he changes. We don't have streams, and that's why sometimes I miss now.
I said to you multiple times I was having Irene on that day.
That day.
Streams.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. You said we were gonna have Irene. You didn't tell me which day.
No, I did. You just don't remember. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. I will see you all. Well, no, I will not see you all on Saturday. I will not be doing a stream on Saturday, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be doing streams next week because that's my vacation. And
really?
I'm trying to decide, do I want to just completely take a vacation and not do a stream at all and just relax away from everything? Or do I still want to do my streams? I don't know yet. We'll see. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see y'all later.
Later.
Bye.
Later.